I believe that Celestia Airdrops will be worth 5 if not 6 figures during the course of 2024. So in today's video I'm going to be sharing how you can get a piece of that pie. Now some airdrops are confirmed, some are still speculative, but we're going to break down which ones you should be keeping an eye on. Now if you do enjoy the video, please do drop a like, subscribe to the channel, there'll be plenty more content like this coming in the future, but without wasting any more time, let's get into it. Before we get into any specific projects and their airdrops, some of you may be wondering how you can even become eligible to receive tokens. Now, I did a video just a few days back covering all of this stuff, from downloading the Kepler wallet, loading it up with funds, how to stake with different validators, all that important stuff is over there in that video. The link will be in the description so you can check that out. But for today's video, we're going to be focusing on the projects within the Celestia ecosystem that you should be paying attention to. Now we'll have a look at some of the confirmed airdrops within the Celestia ecosystem. And we're going to take a look at this tweet from DeFighter. Now he has marked out of part of his thread a few of them confirmed airdrops. So we have Milky Way Zone, Dimension, Movement Labs and Dogecoin. So we're going to have a quick look at the 4 of these projects and what they're all about. First on the list is Milky Way Zone. This is actually a project that I mentioned as a bonus in that previous airdrop video that I mentioned earlier in this video, and this is basically a liquid staking protocol. Now it's something that a lot of people are talking about, and I imagine that is because that their airdrop is confirmed. Now if we look at their website, it's very straightforward. The interface is very user friendly. You click stake now and you'll be able to connect your wallet and stake. Once that is done, you'll receive milk tier that you can actually use across the Celestia ecosystem with different DeFi applications and just increase your overall activity within the ecosystem, increasing any chances of airdrops. Next up on the list is Dimension, which is another project attracting a lot of attention. Now keep in mind that staking alone does actually make you eligible for this airdrop, but if we move on to their website, you'll also see here under the liquidity tab that you can swap, add liquidity to pools and other functionality. So if you want to go again above and beyond and do a little bit more, potentially increasing the amount of tokens that you receive on an airdrop, then it's definitely worth checking this out and doing them extra tasks. And then finally we have the last 2 on that confirmed list of airdrops. You have Movement Labs, which is another project where people are paying a lot of attention. And then lastly, we have Dogecoin, which is actually a meme coin within the Celestia ecosystem. Now, a quick look at the Doge website will share who is actually eligible for that Doge drop, which involves Celestia and Injective stakers. And then moving down, there are some snapshot details. So you'll be able to find out with 100% certainty if you are eligible for this airdrop. Now it's worth keeping in mind that meme coins typically have no fundamental value, but they can still make people a lot of money, as we've seen time and time again. So definitely not something to be overlooked. Now we'll move on to the list of unconfirmed airdrops, and first on this list is Manta Network. Now if you've been following the channel or myself on Twitter for a while, you would have seen plenty of information around the Manta airdrop campaign. However, that is now finished. The token is going to launch tomorrow as of the time of recording, and it's going to be very interesting to see if Celestia stakers are rewarded with Manta tokens. Now, in my opinion, I think they should, because they've been supporting this ecosystem from a very early stage. However, I'm not in control of that, and I only wish the best for those Celestia stakers, including myself. So it'll be very interesting to see how that plays out. An unconfirmed airdrop, but we're going to find out very soon what the situation is there. Next on the list of unconfirmed Celestia airdrops is AltLayer. Now, this is unconfirmed as of the time of recording, but things are looking very promising, and I'm going to share why. So first of all, we have this tweet from Binance, which basically shares that alt will be added to the Binance launch pool, and if you stake BNB and FDUSD, you're going to receive alt tokens. So this is usually a very bullish sign for airdrop farmers, because it shows that there is some airdrop activity going on, and usually it doesn't start and finish with just some activity on Binance. So if we move to this other tweet here, we can see from CC2 Ventures, he shares what comes to mind for him about how you could also cop some alt tokens, and in there is tier stakers. So that bit is unconfirmed, but looking a lot more promising at this point. And then looking at the replies from Hayuk, a good friend of mine from back in the day, he shares this screenshot which has a line at the bottom here, basically saying that qualified Celestia stakers will receive an airdrop. The information is to be announced. I have to confirm how legit this screenshot is, but when it comes to alt layer, things are definitely looking very promising. And last but definitely by no means least is Monad, a project that again, very similar to Manta, has a lot of hype around it. Now, it is within this ecosystem, but it is another L1. It's the layer 1. They raised 19 million in their seed round, and it shows their intentions and how big this is really set to be. Now, when it comes to projects launching, a lot of them, like Manta, I assume, are going to jump straight into the top 50, maybe even the top 30 by market cap, and I think Monad will be in a very similar position there. Now, of course, at this point, there is no confirmed airdrop, but I do think that it will do absolutely no harm to stake tier and potentially pick up some Monad tokens in the future. We'll wrap this one up with a few things to know. Now, these are quite important things to know when getting involved in airdrop farming in general, staking, whatever it may be. So what we've got first that we really need to share is that when it comes to the minimum amount to stake, a lot of people say that 10 tier is the absolute minimum to be eligible for a lot of these airdrops, but the recommended amount is closer to 20 to 25. Now, of course, that isn't achievable for everybody, but that is just the information that is being shared. Now, next up on the list is the fact that a lot of these airdrops don't just automatically drop into your wallet. You really do need to keep on top of things. So it may be that you have to manually go to a portal and claim your tokens. However, if you're following a lot of these projects on Twitter, etc., you're going to see this information quite clearly. And a lot of the time, you do have a number of months to claim. It isn't like it's going to cut off after a week and that's it, you've lost your tokens. So there's no reason to panic, but it is important to stay alert. And then last on this list is that even though we've covered some staking criteria airdrops, that isn't always the case when it comes to eligibility. Some projects, some airdrops may require more. So this could be using a exchange for trading, for swapping, maybe lending and borrowing. There are different types of functionality, and yeah, a lot of them do offer tokens for airdrops just for staking. But if you want to go above and beyond, put some more time in, maybe increase the amount of tokens that you're going to receive, then these are the types of activities that it may take. So just a few things to keep in mind there, but generally speaking, if you are staking 10 tier or more and you are staying alert, staying on the ball, it's going to be very helpful. So that is all for today's video. Just to make things very clear, these are not the only Celestia airdrops out there. These are just the ones that I am paying most attention to at the minute. Now, of course, as 2024 progresses, more airdrops become available. I'll do more videos, I'll share this information with you guys as it comes in, but this is just a good starting point and to share which projects I am currently focused on. Now, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know which projects you like the look of at the minute, especially when it comes to Celestia airdrops. But like I said, that is all for today. Please do trade safe, invest safe, and I'll catch you in the next one.